Welcome to the greatest show on the internet. You asked for the best, but they weren't available, so you've got us.
Cut, take two. It's the Podcast Guys, featuring the lovely and talented musician, actor, and international Korean rock star, Loren Scott, and over 40 years in television. Hollywood stuntman, stunt coordinator, producer, and he does funny things with his eyes and his mouth. Carl Cifarlio. And I'm Keith.
They were, they were spots.
Yeah.
Spots. And so there at the Columbia School of Broadcasting, one of my instructors, Tony Cox was his radio name, but he said his real name was Anthony Penis. Tony Cox, Anthony Penis.
Got it.
Seriously, that's what he said. But I never found out what his real name was.
Hey, John, you know what? I think you might like podcasts, though. You know what radio and podcasts have in common?
No, what's that, Keith?
No pants.
Oh, you noticed.
There you go. There you go. Went to the NBC studio tours one time, and we're waiting to go in. We're behind the little rope. And Fred Rogan, the sports guy, comes walking over to go into the men's room. And they're like, hey, Fred Rogan. He's like, hey, how you guys doing? He's got the jacket, the tie, looks beautiful, and the gym shirt.
Really?
Because that report, he wasn't going to leave the desk. So there was
Wow.
no need to be. And I just went, I'd never seen that before. Never really wanted to. On the other hand, we would do things like, gosh, I'm kind of hungry, John. He goes, I am too. We just started a 3-song set. We got about 14 minutes. There's a McDonald's a half a block away. So you want something? He goes, yeah, get me blah, blah, blah. I say, I'm out of here. He goes, no, Marty, grab the Marty. It becomes things that are completely uninteresting on radio when you have no visual can become interesting. So I drive up to the McDonald's and I'm going, yeah, may I have and then I got to hold the mic out like this, so you could hear the speaker. And we went back and forth and it was actually kind of cute. And if you remember, I got to the window. I'm trying to get back to the studio to not leave you alone too long. And I drive off without paying. Accidentally.
It's theater of the mind, and you mentioned briefly the Marietta Creek. We did the soap opera every morning. We just made up on the fly about what was going on in the community, and some of it was hilarious. And I bet some of it just came across really stupid.
We would come into it with the cheesiest soap opera music, that organ music, and then we'd have about a 2 or 3 line Marietta Creek, and then the intro and outro were as long as the.
It's about a family growing up in Marietta, and the Davenports, and the travails of the Davenport family, and like I said, some of it I think was probably pretty good.
You could bring up your veiled political views under the Davenport character, but we would often knock a couple of these out ahead because we're doing one at like 8:50, 5 days a week. But every now and then we'd be sitting there and got a couple of songs, you're racing through the morning show, looking at the clock and go, the creek, and we would run into the production room, throw something together. Where's the cheesy organ music? Throw it together, come back out, and kind of like you running down the hall to check.
It's kind of like, do you have any ideas? No. Do you have any ideas? No. Good, we're on. Oh.
But theater of the mind, as you said, I'm broadcasting with this man and learning as I go. And John goes into the weather one day and he says, how do you like that? You wouldn't think we got that with our budget, but looking up at the big new Doppler radar screen they have us. Look at the graphics on that, Keith. And I'm looking around like, what in the world is this, man? But listeners thought we had this new high-tech, expensive Doppler radar screen in the studio.
We also used to tell people we were broadcasting from the 14th floor of the communication center. And at the time, Temecula didn't have a building that was more than 3 stories tall. And we were in a warehouse on the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
You can't be on the 14th. Oh, no, we're on the 14th floor.
I wasted 3 tanks of gas driving around. Where the hell are you guys?
Are we out, boys?
Yeah, I think
it's just us 3 now. If you guys have anything,
I have to pee again.
I do too.
Okay, love you. Talk to you soon. Keep
All
up the
right.
good work.
Good call, guys. All right. Bye bye.